How's it going, YouTube? Today I was running the new Gusto deck, because Gusto's, you may not know this, but Gusto's got some synchro support. So they got the new Gusto tuner monsters, Gusto Falco, and this card, when this face-up card in the field is sent to the graveyard, except by battle, you can special summon one Gusto monster from your deck in face-down defense position. So basically, this sounds like a good effect, but synchro summoning and econ taking doesn't work for it. It has to literally be like destroyed by card effect, or else you don't get the effect off. And then the other new Gusto tuner is Gusto Squirrel. When this card is destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one level 5 or higher Gusto monster from your deck. So very similar effect to the Gusto Falco, but it doesn't have to be face up, and it has 1800 defense, so a lot more defense than this guy, and they both have lackluster attack. Now the new Gusto Synchro monster is Gusto Eagles, something like that. It's a level 7. It only takes one tuner and one or more non-tuner Gusto monsters. So it doesn't matter which tuner you use, but the only good tuners in this deck are the new Gusto tuners. But it has to be, the other monster has to be a Gusto monster. And once per turn, during your end phase, you can banish one wind monster from your graveyard to target one face down card your opponent controls, destroy that target. So it's nice for wiping out a back row. If you want to wait a turn instead of charging in, you can just wait, destroy some Wall of Ds, whatever they have packing. So the main combo is you want to use Dark World Dealings or Dark World Lightning to discard your Gusto Griffin, which, if you didn't play Gustos before, I don't blame you. This deck was lackluster when it came out during spellbooks, but if this card is sent from the hand to the graveyard, you can special summon one Gusto monster from your deck. You can only use the effect of Gusto Griffin once per turn. So this lets you summon any Gusto monster, including your synchro tuners, your tuner monsters. So depending on what you need, you could summon these guys, but I usually go for my Ree's Whirlwind of Gusto. This is your main boss, other than your synchros obviously, but in your main deck, this is your boss. And it's really easy to get out using the Cyber Style of Steel. So basically, once per turn, you return one card from your hand to the bottom of the deck to target one monster your opponent controls and one face-up Gusto monster you control. Switch control of both monsters. So usually you want to use this effect, and you want to return one card from your hand, doesn't really matter what it is. I usually go for one of my other Gusto monsters, and then I try to switch their powerful boss monster like Amazoness Queen, Dinah Hero for Hire, anything like that, and I just give them a terrible Gusto Griffin that they can't do anything with, or Gusto Thunderbolt, which he's alright, but I don't know, taking your queen, you don't want that trade. So she's got a pretty powerful effect. This guy's got a nice effect, and basically the deck's just a little slow for the current meta, so I wouldn't recommend it. As far as I know, this deck can't get out of plat, so it's not competitive by any means, but it's new cards, new content, so I thought it'd be cool to try. So I'm gonna show you some clips with it right now. Alright, for this first duel, I'm going against Akiza. Going first. She's running Balance. In case you didn't know, Balance is a level up skill for Akiza. So I start with Dark World Dealings, Gusto Griffin combo. Summon my Ree's Whirlwind of Gusto, and I almost summon my Gusto Thunderbolt. So I use the X Sabers Bogart Knight. Econ takes my Witch, synchro summons his Stardust Dragon. Destroys Thunderbolt, and his effect is you banish a wind monster when it's destroyed by battle, and you special summon a Gusto from your deck. So it's an easy way to get out another Witch. I give him my Gusto Griffin, still his Stardust Dragon, and it's easy lethal. Like I said, her effect is really nice, giving them a crappy Gusto Griffin monster and stealing their boss, Stardust Dragon. So now we got May Valentine. There's a lot of plays like that with this deck, where you just use Witch and you win without even getting the chance to Synchro Summon, because you just stole their boss monster. And maybe they don't have back row, or you just use True Nade and you have easy lethal.
Duel.
So I start out, I have my tuner in my hand, and True Nade. I set my Thunderbolt, because if he's destroyed by battle, I can banish him and summon my Witch. So I'm going to True Nade him, because people who run the Tankobito Wild Heart deck, they only run 3 Tankobitos and 3 Wild Hearts. Those are all their monsters, they only run 6. So being able to kill one, they probably don't have another one in their hand. So I was able to Synchro Summon my Gusto Eagles, and I just used his effect to destroy the back row, and I should have just waited because he destroyed me with Widespread Ruin. But that's okay. We got the backup rider with the Wild Heart, but I have Econ, and I have 2 Econs now, so I can still protect him. Not being affected by traps doesn't really hurt me. I summoned my Witch, and he surrendered. Aw. Next duel, we got Dr. Valiant Crowler. Very fancy teacher. I would have loved to have him as a teacher. So eccentric. So I'm going second. This deck, it really prefers going first, just because you want to set up, survive, and then summon again. So he passes. Hey, True Nade. I just set my tuner because he had 1800 defense, but this guy's playing D hero, so he has a poly with his Vion, activates poly, goes for his dangerous. Now with this deck, I am running Cyber Style, obviously, so if he does anything more than 1000 damage, I can summon my Ree's Whirlwind of Gusto. So I don't want to waste my Gusto Griffin yet. I was hoping he could set a card and then I could use Dark Horde Lightning effect. So he uses Hey True Nade, so I have to chain my Treacherous, destroys 2 monsters, and he just goes set. So I use Dark Horde Lightning, discard my Gusto, get a free Ree's Whirlwind of Gusto summon. And I just keep pounding him. I draw Eton, I set it. He has 2 sets, but he's not using it to save himself. Activates a Mass Change on his Vion. Got his Anki, his Beatdown, Econ Tilt. I'm so thankful you didn't have another Mass Change, because now I can steal his Anki, but he's gonna go for the Forbidden Chalice, so I'm not gonna get that off. But I just go straight in because I have more attack, and he didn't have an answer to that. I would have enjoyed killing him with his Anki though. Now we got another Akiza. Akiza is the 5D's favorite. Everyone loves playing her. And she has balance, so it's much easier. I'm going second. It's nice having the extra 1 card resource of going second. But like, with this, I may not have much setup. But I can Dark Horde Dealings my Gusto Griffin, so at least I get a free Witch summon. I go set because I don't know if that's a Wall of D or something that could tilt me, and then he can easily kill my Witch. So I'm gonna save it. Econ Tilt. He goes for Mass Change on his Trinity. Another Mass Change. Kills my Thunderbolt. I get a free Witch summon. Activates his Decider. Gets another card back to his hand. And now I can just activate my Rizzo Whirlwind of Gusto effect. Give him my Griffin, steal his Anki, and it's mine forever. It's not like Econ take. I keep it. Like, it's my Anki now. Now this guy's running Dark City. But either way, I still got lethal with my Anki. But I'm gonna keep going. He's got Dreamer, but I'm just gonna attack the rest with Enki. It's an easy win by stealing his monster. This duel is against Seto Flyba. I don't know what to read his name, but yeah, a lot of duels use your Rizzo Whirlwind Augusto effect, steal their boss monster, and you just win. Like, they don't have an answer to that. Most decks can't permanently steal your monster. So this guy's playing furries. He goes beat, seal, whiz with a face down and a card in his hand. So he gets to negate. I go for true nade because I really need to use my Dark World dealing. So I'd rather him negate that. Dark World dealings. He activates his furry trap. So whenever his furry monster is destroyed, he gets to special summon a lower level furry. But I don't care. I go for my Synchro monster because I finally got the combo. Daigu's Eagles. And he special summons a Dompa. But he can't special summon. His board is way too clogged, so I just kill it. And I set my other tuner. Summons another Wiz, sets a card. I use my Synchro Monster's effect to destroy his wall of D. And now I can Synchro Shokan again. That's a double Synchro Shokan. I don't know if this guy's ever even seen these monsters before. So he's got double Wiz. And now I set a monster and he's gonna start going in. I guess he thinks I'm gonna Synchro Shokan somehow again. So anyway, I pop both of my Synchro Shokan Gustos again. I destroy his face down monster and his face down trap. And now he summons his Dyna Hero for hire. And he goes in. He gets baited by my Econ. And then I destroy him with my Treacherous. And I leave only the monster I can get over. He uses his trap effect. I don't care. Summons Seal. And he's just suicidal at this point. He knows it's all done. Didn't even let me kill him with my Gusto Synchro monsters. He was that salty. Way to surrender, kid. I'm walking